Meeting of the Board of Trustees. Roll call, Dennis Bender.
Here.
Christopher Nunez.
Here.
Maria Okpara. And Wilson So. And Rick, I'm here. Dennis, can you lead us in the pledge, please?
Sure will. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Kylie, do we have any public comments prior to closed session?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we're going to be going into closed session, but first we have 7 items that we're going to be discussing, and the first item is Conference of Litigation, Government Code Section 54956.9. Current litigation, 5 cases, 1907-172, 2011-183, 2022-956, 202-3366, 2111-303. In Government Code Section 5954.5 and 54956.9D, subsection 2 and E1, anticipated litigation, 12 cases, 1218, 1907, 2020, 2105, 2020, 2107, 2021, 2203, 2021, 2206, 2021, 2207, 2021, 2208, 2021, 2209, 2021, 2210, 2021, 2211, 2021, 2212, and 2021, 2213. Item 2 will be public employee discipline, dismissal, release, reassignment, transfer, leave, title certificated and classified employees. Item 3, public employee appointment, resignation, retirement, reduction, title, certificated, and classified employees. 4, conference with labor negotiator, agency negotiator Dustin Conrad. Employee organization, Apple Valley Unified Teachers Association. Item 5, conference with labor negotiator, agency negotiator Dustin Conrad. Employee organization, California School Employees Association. Item 6, or number 6, conference with real property negotiator, Government Code 54956.8. Negotiation parties, Matthew Schulenberg, Apple Valley Unified School. And item 7, superintendent evaluation. With that, I'll ask for a motion to go into closed session.
Second.
I have a motion by Maria, a second by Dennis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that'll be the order. So we will be in closed session and we'll be back at 7 p.m. Thank you.
You were talking about Indiana, the African was the show, Yellowstone. You ever see the
Oh, I
show?
saw the first few of them. Pretty good.
Okay, welcome everyone. We're going to reopen this Apple Valley Unified School District Board of Trustees meeting, open at 7 p.m. on May 19th, and welcome. So before we begin, I'd like to just announce or have a moment of silence. We had Barb Idell was a longtime teacher in Apple Valley and retired in 2016, and unfortunately she passed away. So in honor of her, we just would like a quick moment of silence. So if you could please join me. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, at this time, we move on to our reports from student representatives. And first up is High Desert Premier Academy, Angelique Danielle. If you'd come please join us up at the podium. Thank you.
Good evening, Board President Laurie, Board members, Superintendent Nielsen, and Executive Council. I am Angelique Danielle from High Desert Premier Academy. We are excited to be here tonight and share some of the amazing activities and accomplishments from this school year, and some of the activities we are looking forward to for the next school year. HPPA has made a strong effort to increase attendance and lower suspension. We have been successful making a slight increase in attendance since the end of the first semester, and we have had less than 10 suspensions for the whole school year. We are also proud to announce that we will have a total of more than 85 graduates during the 2021-2022 school year. As we end the school year, our nation is preparing for the next school year and creating experiences and systems to help all of our colleagues succeed. HDPA encourages us to learn through experiences. With that being said, next school year, our owls will be visiting the San Diego Zoo with Museum of Tolerance and participating in 2 STEM field trips, one at iFly and one at Top Rock in Ontario. Not only will we have experience off campus, but we will have 3 new additional programs on campus. We will have an esports team, an SEL yoga class, and a new wellness center. To show how proud our senior population is of High Desert Premier Academy and the community and relationships we have built on campus, Mr. Smith and Ms. Garcia would like you to enjoy this video of the various students on campus and their experiences this school year.
The school year is coming to an end. Here are some of our highlights this year at High Desert Premier Academy.
Our field trip this year included a trip to San Diego Zoo, door skydiving at iFly in Ontario, and a virtual tour of the LA Museum of Tolerance.
We also have some new additions to the owl family. Our librarian, Ms. Butler, just came back after having twins.
At the celebration, the students are break and good in attendance. We had an in-and-out trip and a nine trip, which the students called the good event.
We are expecting a lot of graduates at the HDPA graduation ceremony on May 24th. One of the HDPA's biggest ever. Let's hear some of our students ask for after graduation.
I think I'm probably gonna enroll into BBC for like 2 years and then decide what career I want from there.
I signed up for Fire Academy, Forest Fires. I started in June 8th.
I'm gonna get a job at just working on music and just focus on that.
I work college, took a couple classes, so I can move into construction business.
I went to college studying for naval mechanic. I'm still be working at a space shop and just trying to experience stuff. And then our top rescue store, I'm trying to just upgrade pretty much, make it into a little nice.
With only a week left of the school year, HDPA is ending the year off strong.
From all of us here at High Desert Premier Academy, have a great summer and see you next year.
Thank you for the presentation. Up next is Granite Hills, Ella Hausman.
Never gonna forget the nervous feelings in my arms and hands when I come up here. Good evening, board members, Superintendent Nelson, and attendees. Normally, I make a report about the monthly activities and events and give you a student perspective on campus life. For this speech, my last one here, I want to make a report about my high school experience at Granite Hills High. First coming to Granite Hills High my freshman year, I was not only new to the school, but new to the district. There was no doubt it was very different from a charter school, but it only urged me to further my exploration around campus. I tried out for soccer, cheer, track, and made teams. You may be thinking, what else could I possibly do? Well, the next year, I went straight into ASB and became sophomore vice president, an MC for the pep rallies, and I may or may not have been in the cougar suit a couple of times. That year, we stayed in spring break all the way to August. We never really came back in person till later in my junior year. And even then, we saw a few students who attended. At the time, we had no idea the kind of impact it would create on us. For me, during that time, I got a job, pushed through AP classes, became junior president, and continued soccer and cheer in the spring, as well as athletic training. Soon enough, senior year came, right around the corner like racing horses to the finish line. At that point, I was a senior and still sort of felt like a sophomore, but with a deadly case of senioritis. Going back to school my senior year, I admit, I kept expectations low because we didn't know if in the next month we would need to shut down once again. But we didn't, and all we could do was push forward and make things as normal as possible. We made it happen with a lot of events and activities at school and saw the most participation in years. The campus that I once saw a tumbleweed pass through became full of posters for events and friends grouping up to attend them. I'm now confident in my favorite memory at Granite Hills High School and that it was leading my seniors through their final Cougar chants at the end of the year pep rally. It still astonishes me that the class before the pandemic left nothing but cricket noises in the stands of our pep rallies, being that the freshmen had been louder than us. And now as seniors, after the pandemic, we delivered roaring thunder filling the gym. It confirms to me that the challenges we faced these previous years did not stop us from making the most of our senior year, and that the classes ahead will follow our attitudes and strive for even better. I'm overjoyed to announce the new governing council president next year. I'm confident to say that she will lead this class with the best in favor and most spirit. I can't wait to see what she does. Please welcome Ashley Guzman.
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Nelson, and attendees. Ella has just introduced me, but once again, I am Ashley Guzman, your 2022 to 2023 school year Granite Hills Governing Council President. I want to start off by mentioning how incredibly proud I am to be here in front of you all as the representative of my school in order to give this speech. And although it will be brief, I hope it will be inspiring. Now, as I begin, I would like to thank Ella for all she has done as president this past year. She has done an amazing job and has given me many great words of advice, which I will forever cherish and remember. As I step into this position, I am aware of the responsibility it comes with, yet I assure you I am ready for it. I have begun planning many events and activities for the upcoming school year, which I am hoping will bring more spirit from the student body and make our learning place a more enjoyable and welcoming place to be. Seeing as I have already took part in planning many of our school events and activities in these past 3 years, I am excited that we will have more freedom in how we will be able to execute many of our plans that we have in store now that many of the COVID regulations are being lifted. I can assure you that this upcoming school year is going to be remarkable. I don't want to give too much away, so with that being said, thank you, board members and Superintendent Nelson, and thank you to all the wonderful attendees that came in order to support or have at least listened to me. That's all I have for today, but always remember, maroon and gray leads the way.
All right, Daniel, you're up. Apple Valley High, Daniel Oriana.
Good evening, esteemed board members and Superintendent Nelson. My name is Daniel Oriana, and this is my last report as the 2021-2022 Apple Valley High School representative. It has been an honor updating you on activities, sporting events, and recognitions from our school. The last few weeks of May have been spent honoring the hard work our seniors have done these last 4 years. We held our senior awards nights May 11th and have also held special banquets for our CDE programs, FFA, and multiple club organizations. Tomorrow, seniors will say their goodbye to Apple Valley High School during their last school day and bid their final farewell on the graduation ceremony this Wednesday, May 25th. I would like to thank each and every one of you for always taking student opinion into consideration and having to make difficult choices regarding our education. The school year started with high anxiety and fear of the unknown, but thanks to your leadership and the perseverance of students, parents, and teachers alike, we were able to make the school year as normal as possible. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for making sure I had a normal senior year. Now, I would like to introduce the 2022-2023 Apple Valley High School representative. I've had the pleasure of seeing this person grow into the confident leader she is today, and I'm sure that she will shine as Apple Valley High School's next ASB line president. Please welcome Cheyenne Valentine.
Good evening, board members and attendees. I'm next year's ASB line president, Cheyenne Valentine, and after the last few years of uncertainty, I'm very excited to see what next year has in store for our community and for just AVHS. I'm very excited to work with every single one of you and see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you. Daniel, go ahead and stay up there. Ella, head up to the podium. One final time.
Actually, this means the board has to get up and stand here now. So tonight we're going to start with Granite Hills High School because alphabetically they're always second. And they got to present first tonight. So come up here, Ella. So we're going to give a little bit about Ella's background. She's graduating with a 3.8 GPA. Ella has spent 3 years in ASB, completed the sports therapy pathway at Granite Hills High School. This year she serves as governing council president and made second team All-League in soccer. As a member of the sideline cheer team, she led students and was the lead athletic trainer. In the fall, Ella will be attending Cal State San Bernardino and majoring in kinesiology with plans of becoming a physical therapist. I can't imagine anything better than this person doing physical therapy for somebody in need. She will care for them and always has a smile on her face. So I told her my most memorable time this year was showing up at Granite during lunchtime. She's on the stage doing a rally, and she comes off the stage and comes over and gives me a hug. And as the superintendent at a high school, that doesn't happen unless it's your own kid. And by the way, my own kid didn't do it until my second kid did. So Ella, I appreciate you. We are so excited that you're moving on to Cal State San Bernardino, which is my alma mater. And so you're going to do great things, and I know this. So if you'll shake hands, I've got a little something for you. There's an expectation here. Class of 2022, class of 2026. You're going to make it happen, okay? Come on over, Daniel. So Daniel Oriana arrived in this country as a teenager attending Sitting Bull Academy in the 7th grade. Daniel has been a member of ASB for all 4 years at Apple Valley High School, serving as president his senior year. Apple Valley High School depended heavily on Daniel's ability to rally the troops. when setting up for a myriad of events on campus throughout his year. Daniel also dedicated his time to improving the campus with various projects as a member of the Eco Club. Daniel has also taken 10 AP courses and is most proud of passing AP Spanish as a freshman and AP Spanish Literature as a sophomore. Yeah, wow. Earning 5s on each test. So he didn't just pass them, he passed them with 5s, which is the top you can get. Daniel will graduate as a valedictorian next week and will attend UCLA in the fall, pursuing a degree in physics. Daniel. So Daniel may not know this, but I've watched him since he was in 7th grade because he's always leading, he's always up front, not in front like this, but he's always in front. And as a student, watching his growth from coming to this country to where he is today and getting ready to enter UCLA, same expectation, class of 2022 to the class of 2026. You make them get you done on time, okay? Okay, I'm going to have the board come back and sit down. We'll get through our other things and start a presentation and bring you back up. Thank you. Daniel, there's something missing in the bag because it didn't get delivered. So it's on track for tomorrow. It'll be delivered to the high school.
All right, moving just right along here. We just need to finish this little bit of business here. And that is reports from California School Employees Association, CSEA. Are you in the house? Okay. Apple Valley Unified School District, AVUSD. Anybody in the house for a presentation tonight? All right. Okay, moving on to number 5, adoption of the agenda. The board may approve. There's no readouts for closed session, so clerk, you're off the hook tonight.
There you go.
All right. Item 5, adoption of the agenda. The board may approve the agenda as is or add or pull items from the consent calendar. Do we have a motion, Bender?
Second?
Second, Nunez. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that'll be the order. Okay, now we'll move on to the important stuff, recognition presentation. And we've already recognized Daniel and Ella. So student recognitions, Pat Schlosser, Assistant Superintendent, Educational Services.
Thank you, folks. And if the board, your rest was short, so come on back up here. And we could get you arranged here at the front of the dais, we'll bring students up and students will have you come as we call your name to get a certificate, shake the hands of the board members and have you go down toward Mr. Schulenberg. And we'll get you kind of grouped up there in the chunks of the different kinds of awards and allow your parents to get a quick photograph of you arranged here tonight. So yeah, something like that will work nicely. A lot of handshaking, a lot of clapping. That's what this night's about. These recognitions are for a number of different activities through the year. And we know that there's lots of different events that you've already participated in if you're a senior especially, things like senior awards. And so we're not going to redo all of those same things, but there are some certain awards that are particularly significant. And we're going to start with those that represent students who excelled at Skills USA. It's a competition that allows students to exercise their skill and ability in a variety of career technical areas or leadership. And so we had students who participated both regionally and then at the state level. And at the state level, this next group of students placed in the top 3. Top 3 in the states, with the students in the top, the very top gold level, who will go on to nationals. So we're going to start with the bronze medal winners for various activities. We're going to bring them up. And again, if they'll go down the line here, start here with Mr. Conrad and work your way to the south. And so this is perfectly appropriate because I'm struggling over my speaking. An excellent extemporaneous speaker, bronze, Nathan Morton. In the area of first aid CPR, Carson Fonville. Health Occupations Professional Portfolio, Giselle Mendoza.
I'm sorry about that.
Medical Math, Giselle Day. Nurse Assisting, Abby Lewis. T-shirt design, Victoria Schulenberg. It's not track, but I like it. Congratulations, good job. All good, all good. Shake my hand if you want. And a team of promotional bulletin board participants, bronze medal winners, Faith Lester, Alicia Orland, and Amara Basoniak. So we'll get a group picture real quick with those bronze if you want to, and then if they want to stay, we'll start lining up the silvers. If folks want to make your way over. For those of you who have children who are seniors, it's the last couple times to do this. Silver medals, second in state for the Skills USA Creed competition, Wyatt Mejia. Second in state, Facilathon, Aiden Conrad. Job skill demonstration, silver, Samantha De La Paz. Opening and closing ceremonies, a large team, silver medal, second in state to the team of Allison De La Llana, Andrew De La Llana, Melanie Alexander Wade, Isabel Cornejo, Madeline Eisenbray, Orlando Perez, and Simran Aluwalia. Thank you. Congratulations. Oh, yep, congratulations. Congratulate them. Pin design, another design contest, silver, best second in state, Melissa Martinez. Practical nursing, Christine Nguyen. And medical assisting, Laura Ramos Lopez. Those are our silver medal winners, second in state. Bring them, come on up and get a photo. The next group are gold medal winners, top in the state, and they will be able to participate in the national competition in Atlanta in June. Students include, for the both 2021 and 2022, action skills, Logan Cortez Nunez. I did. Audio radio production, Tiffany Ho Ching Johnson. And Matthew Renteria. For the Creed competition, gold, Jalen Cerna. Basic healthcare skills, Caitlin Vargas. Mechatronics, Timothy Hinckley. This is part of a team, another member, Mechatronics, Alan Sanchez Rodriguez. Medical assisting, Jessica Archuleta. Medical math, Haley Gray. Nurse assisting, Panagiota Benetatos. Pin design, Piper Correa. Restaurant service, David Applegate. When we were in a pinch, David came and helped us too. He's a great help. Thank you so much. For the Arts Communication Cluster, a group that put on an amazing display, a team of 3 young women going gold medal winners, team of Abigail Harrison, Aubrey Reese, and Madison Wheatcroft. CNC milling specialist, and this student also earned a $4,000 Haas scholarship, Ty Clare. And I'm not supposed to have favorites in this list, but this kid's pretty special. CNC turning specialist and also a $4,000 Haas scholarship, Dominic Schlosser. Folks, if you want to get a picture of our gold medal winners, let's send these kids off to Atlanta with the big support from Apple Valley. The next group of students also competed in medical-related competitions. You heard several listed earlier because Skills USA does include medical competitions. This particular competition set coming up next is for the Health Occupation Students of America, HOSA, the 2022 state achievements. These students earned special recognition at their state level conference. First, for the HOSA Bowl Nationals, Savannah Green. Accompanying her will be Caitlin Vargas. Another team member, Uma Kumar. And another, also going to nationals, Giselle Day. Yeah. Second place, Healthy Lifestyles, also advancing to nationals, Sahara Garibay. Third place, Healthy Lifestyles, also going to nationals, Elena Lopez. HOSA finalist in medical assisting, Jessica Archuleta. A retiring HOSA state officer from the last school year who finished her term of office, and we want to recognize that contribution to the state, Tammy Watt. Newly elected HOSA state officer, beginning her term in the next school year, Autumn Strange. And that makes our HOSA award winner group, if we want to grab a quick photo there. The next couple of groups are small, one student in several different minor categories that are major in their accomplishment. And so we won't have them have to stay and group up. We'll have folks, if you want to get a picture, we'll do that right away up here. Or you can head down if you want to meet your folks down there for a photograph. Yes, a little climate control. Thank you so much. Some of these kids are doing some laps, so. The Future Farmers of America program, another California State student CTSO, one of our technical organizations for students to demonstrate skill and ability. We have a high desert section vice president, which is an important office with a lot of responsibility. Please congratulate Alyssa Scott. Traditionally, we've had science fair winners here. There's been some changes at the county to the science fair program. We still have many students who participated, and this particular student participated at the California state level, has participated in science fair every year I can remember from when I was with her at Vanguard at very early elementary school age. She did another wonderful job. Please congratulate Alessandria Reeder. At the county level, we had students participate locally in a spelling bee and then move their way up through the region. We had one student from Apple Valley Unified School District from Sandia School who took third in the county, Dean Anderson. The Rotary conducts a speech contest every year that helps students practice their speech skills, but also gives out scholarships. This year, the Rotary four-way speech contest first place winner, Kimberly Soltero. Music in the Parks choir competition, outstanding soloist, Jeremiah Sandoval. From our English language development department, students who demonstrated excellence in development of English language and also the gift of multilingualism, the students who did the best in their programs, chosen by the staff. From Apple Valley High School, Sabrina Stephanie Benitez. From High Desert Premier Academy, Samantha Marie Ibarra. From Granite Hills High School, Daniel Alejandro Garcia Perez. Although that senior award night, special scholarships were celebrated, there are two that are particularly important and special for our system because they are rare and unique. The Morning Sun Children's Foundation Scholarship of $20,000 awarded to a hardworking student and recipient Seth Foyles. Likewise, we have a recipient of the Amazon Future Engineers Scholarship, which is a $40,000 scholarship that also results in a paid internship upon graduation. Is an outstanding student who's one of our valedictorians, but also a valedictorian at VVC, where he's earning his associate's degree at this same time. He shares an office with me. He's a web intern who has helped us build our website through this school year. Just an outstanding young man, headed off to school at Princeton, Ahimelech Gonzalez. If you thought you were busy. We participate in the Mountain Desert Career Partnerships group. It's a region of 9 school districts, over 20 schools, where students also compete locally in particular areas. In one of the areas was a hackathon. Students were given a task to perform in a computer programming model. Third place for, again, on 20 school area, Jaden Gregg. Faith Rohrbaugh. Jamari Williams. Isaiah Reveron. Khadija Mito. Nathan Morton. Still with Hackathon, Kaylee Cromwell. Jacob Kleinsmith. Gavin Liu. Teresa Diep. First place, Alan Sanchez Rodriguez. Timothy Hinckley. While he's making his way up, Edwin Saylor. Philip Hernandez. and Jordan Mora. The next group participated in something called Chopped. It is, like it sounds, a culinary contest. Where students are required to prepare a meal. The second place team in our region, 4 students, Apple Valley High School team, Kendall Everett, Cody Gentile, Isabella Belletti, and Yvette Gonzalez. Not here. Digital design, they also had to design a t-shirt. Third place, J. Sebastian Gutierrez. And second place to Fausto Gonzalez. Digital design, the team that had to design an advertisement. Third place, Avery White. And second place, Ashlyn Buig. Video design. Another four-student team in this competition. Jacob Kleinsmith, Samantha Lurley, Israel Villegas, and Elijah Garibay. The last group of students is our San Bernardino County Young Artist Gallery, winners in the artists category. Digital art, Giancarlo Hurtado. For photography, Kendall Everett. Also for photography, James Steingall. For painting, Samantha Lurley. Also painting, Nayeli Lenderos. And painting, Gabrielle Soto. For ceramics, Gabriella Sellner. Blake Montoya. Eden Pinellas. And Litzy Martinez. I think I share with all here gathered how joyous it is to be here in this room full of joy and celebration. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to the board for this event. Oh, retirees. I totally messed that up.
Hey, students and families, if you would stick for just a few more minutes, the next part is our retirees, and we would love for our students to celebrate the people that have served your kids all these years. It would be wonderful. Thank you.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Did you find it?
All right, the slideshow is ready when you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you and to thank the students for that stayed back for this next presentation that we have. We'd like to take this time and celebrate the retirees from Apple Valley Unified School District, and what a great act to follow in which they each got to see the fruits of their labor and all they've poured into through their careers and time spent serving our community and serving our students. Now it's time to put them in the spotlight a little bit, hear about their next steps. But in our system, I do want to address every retiree that we're going to call up here tonight, where they're going to give them a little bag. And inside that bag, we have an apple, this little trophy that we get to them. But our system, we already honor all of our employees in 5-year increments. Those that are here 5, 10, 15, 20 years get a pin that acknowledges, how many years they've served the district. Once they hit that 25th year, they get this marble apple. They get on 30 years, 35 years, there's crystal apples. There's just this progression of apples that they get as their longevity with our system goes on and on. We just gave and recognized a lot of awards for students that have skills outside of what most of us would consider to be the typical academia. These are students that came up and received awards for the most part today, recognizing their abilities for hands-on. And this trophy is something that I personally hold more near and dear to those ones even that you get for 35 and 40 years of service, because this is crafted. You'll notice the upper part of the trophy they're going to receive resembles, I don't know if we are stealing trademark materials, but if you look at the Yuckaloma Bridge, they have an apple exactly like this at the entry points of the bridge as you go over it. And Mr. Casey Penfold's welding class are the students that put together this apple for us. Mr. Reese in the woodshop class puts the base together for us. We work with our industry partners. Performance Powder Coating does the powder coating, awards and recognition, gets the nameplate. And it really is kind of an all-encapsulating image or tangible object, if you will, trophy that represents who we are as a community. And it's an honor to hand these trophies to our retirees who have given of themselves for many, many years, many decades in many cases, and some almost you could argue close to half a century. So with that, I'll start a slideshow. I'll talk through some. We have 14 people that we're going to be recognizing. Some of them have already said the grass is greener and I'm not driving in from Texas or Kentucky or wherever they've landed at this point, but others have sent us information, and I'd like to just kind of take this moment to go through these folks. Our very first one, Mr. Brian Rowell, out of our IT department. In the image, we promise not to show the risk manager or workman's comp team from sliding down the water slide. But thank you. We asked each retiree to give us some of their memories or most accomplished moments. You can see his plans are going to hang out with grandchildren in Tennessee, and has made a lot of friends. He has a comment up here that I didn't ask for him to explain, but he states that he's had a lot. I should have worn my glasses. I had a lot of fun with the friends I've made at AVUSD. I've worked with all the schools and all the sites and made many friends. I've even married a couple of them. So congratulations.
He performed the marriages.
Oh, what, did I read it wrong? He said, I even married a couple. These are his words, not mine. I'm like, good grief. I'm always getting set up. Oh, you performed the marriages. I thought you said reformed. I'm sorry. Like, ears and eyes. I need a new set of both, I think. Cheryl Bailey. Not here. Cheryl, incredibly proud. I love how she emphasizes spending the time with children as her most significant accomplishment. And she's one that the commute from Kentucky back to us to get the trophy just wasn't in the cards. But congratulations, Cheryl. Hopefully you're watching us online, and we will miss you. All right, next retiree. I'm sure he answers this question as much as I do. No, we're not related, but Bruce Conrad. Also not here, retired mid-year. Active part of opening 2 middle schools. He does make reference that, you know, his funny or most poignant memory was working with Virgil Barnes, Tom Hogerman, and how Vista Campagna was a family culture, and becoming friends with Ken Bedell, who we will talk about later. So congratulations, Bruce. Next retiree, Laurie Roberts. I saw somebody point. Oh, come on up, Laurie. Laurie, I'm going to share what you shared and recognize the pressure that you put on your family. First of all, we appreciate her willingness to give us a couple weeks to help us start out next year before she officially hangs it up and goes. So she's going to help us launch the next school year. But on her slide are her questions. Her immediate plans after retirement are to play with all 12 of her grandchildren, but her long-term plans are to play with all 24. So I don't know, I don't know if there's 12 more in the womb. I can never say no to that.
I don't want to let this opportunity go by. When I first came to this town and I had no place to stay, Laurie opened her house and I lived in her house for 3 weeks. So thank you, Laurie.
Congratulations, Laurie. Next up, we have Caroline Murphy. She's hiding. Where is she? Come on up. I love this focus. Her most significant accomplishment, there's been a few who've gone this route, raising 2 wonderful daughters who each raised 2 wonderful children. And I assure you that your impact has been on more than just the 2 children in your house or the 4 grandchildren you have. So congratulations. Well done. And one of the wonderful daughters is here. What is the other one? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I see. There she is. Hello. Next up, we have Nancy Fuller. Nancy is probably out riding her bike somewhere. She loves being outdoors. She has shared that she's excited to continue her journeys of marathons and bike riding and heading to Colorado to do some dancing and all of the above. So I know I had the joy and pleasure of getting to work with her for several years, and we will definitely miss her, but recognize her impact on our community. There you go. And she's got great neighbors. Well done, Ms. Fuller. Next person retiring, also one kind of near and dear. I got to get trained by her as I took on this current position, but Vanessa Cruz. There she is. She does recognize, I have to share this story, and those that know Cameron will appreciate it. Her funny or most poignant memories is actually working with Cameron on a day-to-day basis was pretty funny. Those of you that knew him will understand what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't know, we did have to send Cameron to Colorado to work, get him kind of out of our area so he'd lessen the impact. But when I sent him a screenshot of this and gave him this information today, I asked my office, I said, can you predict Cameron's response? And they're like, oh, he's going to say, told you I'm great. Look how great I am. And his response to the text was, told you I'm a legend. So, I mean, you nailed it. He's a great guy, and we are definitely appreciative of all you've given to us. Her memories, similar to what we had spoken about earlier, nothing to do with the job, all about the way she was able to bring her children up and the impact they've made on our community and each other. And always exemplified just that beautiful family bond, and appreciate you, and well done. Next up, Mr. Greg McMahon. There he is. I'll tell you, after reading through all the immediate plans, there's one person that I wish I would have made a friendship with, and that's you, Greg. Anytime you need a partner going camping, fishing, or heading to the Sierras, just give me a call. Well done. Congratulations. We know you're 35 years. You're the recipient of many of the apples we talked about earlier. Finally, we have 6 more, and I don't want to overlook. These are people that never really gave us any information. They are still worth noting, and if any of them are here, I'll start. Ken Bedell, 22 years of service. Is he here? I know Bruce Conrad mentioned his friendship as being one of the high points. Bob Morrell, 17 years. He's also retiring this year, Phoenix Academy math teacher. A man that gave many hours. I know I spent many. I never worked at the same school with him, but we often taught math in summer school side by side. Bill Clay, a timid gentleman apparently, but in all honesty, 40 years of dedication to our students and district, and I think is known well throughout the community for the impact he's had in that role. Linda Locke, 6 years, taking Granite, and the role she shared over there with the leadership team, coordinating all the office activities and keeping that school poised and proud of, probably one of their most successful accomplishments with their recent WASC accreditation, and I know she played a huge role in that as well. Pamela Kenyon, Sitting Bull Academy, is celebrating 28 years of her service with us. And then Connie Gilmore, 20 years. Connie out of Nutrition Services. She gave us her retirement letter just yesterday or day before, so recent decision and couldn't be with us tonight. But again, just a big round of applause. And those of you recognized tonight, keep those children in mind that you saw get those rewards, those recognitions, and know that you were a huge part of that. So thank you.
Yes. Well, that was the most important part of the evening, and we appreciate everybody coming. You're welcome to stay and listen to the rest of it, but it's just pretty much not too exciting. So with that invitation, you guys can all leave, and we won't shame you. Thank you.
You might want to stay.
You can go, Ella. What are you doing?
She's gonna get excited. We got.
Give everybody a couple minutes.
Of course.
Princeton, huh?
Yep.
Man.
There's only 5 Kleenex in that thing.
Good job.
Somebody must be dipping into it then. Our secret Kleenex.
How was the river?
It was great.
It was hot, man. It was 110 up there.
I know.
Me and my wife are like,
I have a picture of my son. Got a wakeboard for a friend's son.
Yeah.
He was trying to do it.
Stay in touch so we know how well you're doing.
So he was having a good old time, up there.
Congratulations.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, hey.
you guys just stayed for like 2 days, though, right? You didn't stay for.
No, we were there Friday until Monday night.
Oh, okay.
So we were Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday we left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We came home Monday too. Okay, I'll tell everybody. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to move on to discussion item E, presentation on future Granite Hills High School Athletic Stadium. It'd be Matthew Schulenberg. Matt, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Raleigh. Give me one moment to connect to the screen. I'll have a presentation on the screen for you this evening. At the board's request, I've given a couple presentations over the last couple months about the Apple Valley Unified Facilities, certain financing mechanisms for those facilities and related facility improvements. I was asked at the last board meeting to focus specifically on the possibility for a future athletic stadium at Granite Hills High School, as we have acquired the property adjacent to Granite Hills High School. This particular athletic facility, there's some considerations that I offer to the board. Of course, a stadium with a lighted field. You have the option of a natural or an all-weather surface for the playing surface. I settled on just some numbers there as an example. Seating for 5,000 on the home side is comparable to Newton T. Bass Stadium. Seating for 1,500 on the visitor side is also comparable. For a track, there's always a natural, which would be commonly known as dirt, or an all-weather surface, rubberized track surface. Typically, athletic facilities, stadiums such as this have something they'll call a field house, which will house home and visitor team rooms and locker room facilities, a snack bar and restroom facilities for those attending the game. Sufficient parking, of course, comes along with the athletic stadium or an athletic complex such as this. There is, of course, parking on the west edge of the campus under the solar arrays. However, I do not believe that would be sufficient for any athletic facility if we were to build one. And of course, something to consider in the construction of an athletic stadium or something like this at Granite is the renovation of the adjacent or the existing athletic fields. Understanding that a stadium and sufficient parking will not take the entire 40 acres. So we have room to do some other things, which really are not considered in what I'm going to talk about here in a moment. In working these projects, we have quite a few different team members that we would have to bring together. An architect. Architects are really the design professionals. They design, they engineer these facilities. They walk us through getting these plans approved by the Division of the State Architect for fire, life, safety, structural, and access compliance. Project management. They respond to requests for information from contractors during the construction process. They answer questions regarding design, and they respond throughout to proposed change orders. And then they help us with the DSA closeout process. We have California Professional Management is a construction management firm that we're currently contracted with on our district-wide HVAC refresh project. Really, the services they provide are invaluable as we do not technically have a facilities department in Apple Valley Unified. So they handle the project management, the coordination of all the contractors, and we have one job site superintendent currently, and we'll soon have two job site superintendents because we will be bidding phase 2 of our HVAC project shortly. And they really manage the day-to-day. They coordinate those contractors. They deal with questions. They make sure the contractors are following the rules on the job site, keeping not only the contractors and the workers safe, but our students and our staff safe around any construction sites. There's other potential team members. We have to hire an inspector of record, commonly known as the IOR. This is somebody we hire to inspect per the DSA approved plans, making sure things are constructed per the plan. One of the major responsibilities of the IOR is to deal with access compliance and ADA, path of travel. making sure the facilities are accessible to anybody that wants to access those facilities. There's a lab of record. They perform testing. They test concrete samples. They test soil compaction rates. They test bolts to make sure they're strong enough to hold what they were bolting together. They're a very important piece in building to those DSA plans. And then, of course, there's your category contractors, the construction companies that actually build whatever we're going to build. And in this process, through building these large facilities, we of course bid these, and the contractors we get, I put lowest bid. I should have put lowest responsive, responsible bidder, because they have to actually respond and be responsible and be able to prove that they can do this and build these types of facilities. How much might this cost? Potential total project costs for an athletic facility at Granite Hills High School may fall somewhere in the range of $15 to $25 million. Now, that is a very big range, and that range is based on what options the board would decide to move forward with. How much seating, all-weather surface, natural surface, all-weather track, dirt track, how big of a parking lot. Are we going to build stick-built structures for the field house, or are they going to be portable buildings that are installed on site? Lots of different project options which can create these significant variations. And one example in terms of field lighting for these athletic stadiums. A recent project that I was able to discuss with somebody, the field lighting alone was $1.5 million. That's just for 4 towers and some lights. And of course, the electrical that goes along with that. So the environment we're in right now, unfortunately, construction is very expensive, but contractors are also very busy. So there's a lot of factors that can contribute to this cost, hence such a large range. The next question, how do you pay for it? If you recall, in February, I talked about general obligation bonds. And in fact, recently the board approved a resolution, and we are moving forward with exploring the feasibility of a general obligation bond on the November 2024 ballot. Typical uses, of course, are facility improvements, academic and athletic, and or to discharge existing COP debt service, which the district does currently have a COP, a certificate of participation. Again, you'll recognize this slide again from my February presentation. I talked briefly about a certificate of participation. That is non-voter approved debt. That is essentially the district puts up a school site as collateral to borrow money, and then we use our general fund or an identified revenue stream to make those debt service payments. And these, again, are typically issued for capital improvement projects. One of the options, absent of a GO bond, would be to issue a new COP to finance the construction of an athletic facility at Granite Hills High School. We would borrow, I would suggest we borrow against the remainder of our RDA revenue stream. That revenue stream is currently supporting the debt service on our existing COP, but not utilizing the entire revenue stream. If you look on the bottom of the slide, and Mr. Carty of Piper Sandler, our district financial advisor, prepared an illustrative, an example, again for illustrative purposes only, but an example if the district were to issue a $20 million certificate of participation. The debt service at current rates would be approximately $1.2 million per year for 30 years. So it would cost about $36 million to borrow 20. $700,000 of that debt service each year would take up the remaining RDA revenue stream. Unfortunately, we would experience about $500,000 per year for 30-year impact to our general fund operating budget in order to make those debt service payments. Again, this was an illustrative, this is an example that Mr. Carty prepared. If the board chooses to move forward with this type of financing mechanism to facilitate the design and construction of an athletic facility, of course, these numbers might vary as the economic climate shifts and interest rates change and evolve. Does the board have any questions?
Any questions for Matt? Appreciate it, Matt.
Certainly.
That's what I was looking for, just a little bit more details, and I'll take it, we'll agendize something later on, so put it in your back pocket for now, okay? Not too deep in your pocket, though.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, go ahead, Wilson.
Microphone.
Yes, and then we're going to need to turn our mics on. I was reminded by Kylie when we start voting here too, so might as well just turn them on now.
Yeah.
So the green light needs to be on.
If I may provide a brief comment, I think the board probably need to, in my career as an engineer, I also provide public financing. In my opinion, that before we go any further, we need to perhaps form a citizen advisory committee. Just my thinking, so that we can get input from the community, okay?
Okay, thank you. All right, with that, moving on. Kylie, do we have any public comments?
We do.
Okay. First up, Karen Tabers.
Good evening. Sorry I was late. I was finishing up some seniors myself.
No problem.
I just want to carry on with the positivity of the night. And I wanted to give you an update on AVUSD and what we've been doing in the last week and a half. We have been going around to the different school sites, taking crumble cookies to them for teacher appreciation. We were able to get a grant in order to do this. It has been so uplifting to get out there and not only see the teachers, but also the principals. They have been so gracious. The teachers have been gracious. We have a really, really good group of teachers in this district. It's been a very positive experience. We've gotten feedback. I'd like to read one email to you that we have received. We've received several, but I'll read this one. I am a new teacher at Sandia Mariana Academies, a former administrator and educator. I believe the power and importance of the work you do to support our teachers. What a wonderful gesture, and I was so impressed to meet you. Thank you for your kind treat, and we look forward to working together. So it's these kind of comments throughout the last week and a half. We still have 3 schools to visit that have uplifted us and shed a positive light on what we do. And I'd like to also thank the Miss Nelson, our superintendent, the assistant superintendents, for their support in uplifting us as well. It is very much appreciated, as well as the principals. It is very much appreciated. So, thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Jacob Kleinsmith, come on up. We've seen a lot of Jacob lately, so.
All right, good evening. I would like to start talking about the state seal of civic engagement and start by taking one and passing it down.
Sure.
All right. In 2012, the Assembly Bill 815 established the California State Seal by Literacy. The Seal by Literacy encouraged students to join world language programs and effectively revived them nationwide. In California, 4,800 students were awarded this honor in 2018 to 2019 school year. Another great opportunity has come our way with the establishment of the California State Seal of Civic Engagement. Through Assembly Bill 37, the purpose of the State Seal of Civic Engagement is to encourage and create pathways for pupils in elementary and secondary schools to become civically engaged in democratic governmental institutions at the local, state, and national levels. Not only do we believe that the State Seal of Civic Engagement would lead to more engagement in civic-oriented programs such as ASB, Key Club, HOSA, FFA, Mock Trial, Sun Devil High School Democrats, Young Americans for Freedom, etc., but it would also encourage students to be more involved in their communities outside of school. The best way to proudly prepare our students for their futures is to inspire them to maintain the integrity of our society and to seek the change they desire in the world through civic engagement. Studies show that the earlier a person becomes engaged in civics, the more likely they are to continue that engagement. The fact of the matter is that we, the students, are the future. And as scary as that may sound to some, what the future looks like will depend on the support from our schools. As Justice Stephen Breyer once said, America's public schools are the nurseries for democracy. Thank you.
Don't leave yet. Get back up there. So I understand that you got a few scholarships, and Ms. Nelson told me that you were an outstanding student because we've seen you back and forth, and I saw you at another award ceremony where you got some scholarships. What's your plans? I'd like to hear that. You got a couple minutes? Just
Yeah.
where are you going to go to college, and where you want to be in 5 years?
Well, I'll be going to VVC for 2 years.
Well, I'm sorry, where was that?
I'll be going to VVC for 2 years. And, then after, I'm going to go for a history degree and hopefully in 5 years become a history teacher.
Way to go, as long as you come back here.
Well,
take 'em.
I think the district's pretty proud that they produced a great student like you, and I have a feeling you're going to go far in life. So, and to take up a topic like this at your age and so well written and makes such great sense. So, good luck to you. And
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Okay, superintendent comments. Trinae.
So I'm going to address the State Seal of Biliteracy so the board knows that we are actively engaged in moving forward with the State Seal of Biliteracy. With the State Seal of Civic Engagement. We were one of the first in San Bernardino County to take on the State Seal of Biliteracy. We find value in it for our students, but it's a lengthy process with an application and several things that we have to do. And I believe tonight we have a resolution on the agenda which is the first step to move forward with this. So I really appreciate that Jacob showed the support for this. Because he's actually exiting our system, but this is about the kids that are coming along next. So I want to acknowledge that. The second thing is for the board, because it does impact them as well. This past week, well, for several months now, we've been working on a two-factor authentication. Not me personally, but Mr. Buchanan and his team in IT. And this is all about lessening our risk for a data breach. And so if you are using Google under your AVUSD account or Aries, which does not impact any of you, there is a two-factor authentication. So we'll have to support. The IT department has been doing after-school supports and going in and helping. And so they're here to help if you're trying to get in and can't, and you get some crazy thing that says you need a code, because you do. So I just wanted to mention that because it went live today district-wide. Okay. And finally, I just think that it's always wonderful to celebrate all of our students like we did tonight and our staff that is retiring. I know we usually separate that, but because of the small number of retirees this year after a large number last year, we felt like putting them together with the students was very important. So after a difficult year, it's great to end this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Trinae. Wilson.
I just want to make a brief comment. I appreciate the board for having patience with me. I missed a couple of meetings. And as I said, I was lucky that my youngest daughter, Dr. Cass, an Apple High School grad in Berkeley, went on to Indiana Purdue Dental School, and she discovered an injury that I suffered almost 60 years ago. But she was able to work with her periodontist and did 2 surgeries. I'm almost there. It's finished now. Thank you for the board for the patience with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. Maria?
I have to say thank you to the graduating students who are leaving us this year. It's been a challenging, you guys had to endure COVID and came out on top. Congratulations to the graduating class. And also congratulations to the 2 school presidents who presented to us today and shared with us the wonderful things that they're going to be doing when this is over. And for you, sir, I am particularly interested in your state seal of civic engagement. As you can tell, everybody here in this room has an accent but me. And I happen to really find this fascinating because when I arrived in this country, I could speak 7 languages. And to be able to speak those languages, you get to understand the different differences in cultures and to be respectful of those cultures and their language choices. So I'm kind of looking forward to how this is going to evolve in the district and the joys that children will have when they leave and to be able to embrace the different languages and have a better understanding of why people speak the way they do. I still tell people that before I say something, it sounds almost like I'm very slow in my language, and it's because I'm translating it from one language to the other for it to come out as English. And it's always a challenge. But thank you so much for all of your research and the willingness to even come out and share with us today. And of course, congratulations to all the teachers who are retiring. Quite a few of them have a history with me. And I shared one because it was just very impactful for me that somebody will open their door and let me stay in their house rent-free for 3 weeks. And I thought that was very pleasant. And of course, those teachers that we celebrated this last week, going from school to recognize their years of service, I am really, really, really honored to be sitting here and to serve all of you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Maria. Christopher?
So tonight I have a quasi-brief message of sincere congratulations and gratitude. First off, congratulations to all the students who participated and placed in Skills USA, Chopped, our HOSA competitions, our FFA out at the fair coming this week, and of course to all of our athletics teams on the outstanding effort and job. Not only do you make yourself proud, your school proud, but you make our entire community proud that we have students who are so engaged. Congratulations again to all of our high school graduates. We hope that you go on and you do outstanding things, but remember, Apple Valley is your hometown and we need you and we'll put you up and we'll find you jobs. So please come back. And then thank you to all of our staff. This has not been an easy year by any means. We know that you have gone well beyond 150% effort this year. We hope that you are ready for summer and have great plans to rejuvenate and to enjoy time with your families and to fill your glass all the way to the tippy top, because we're looking forward to having you all back here next year. So with that, thank you to our board members. Thank you to everyone. I know we still have 2 more meetings, but with it being the end of the school year, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Dennis?
Congratulations to all those who are honored here tonight. As a way to expedite this meeting, I have no other comments.
Thanks, Dennis. I just want to mention, looking forward to the graduation ceremonies coming up, and hopefully it won't be windy and cold. But usually it is, but.
It says hot.
Oh, it's going to be hot. Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay, we have no public hearings, no special meetings at this time. We have a discussion item, adopt resolution authorizing necessary and appropriate action to declare rural status for purposes of exemption from Education Code 46148, which is basically start times. So
Moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Christopher, second by Dennis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, that'll be the order. Okay, item 2, as the board takes up agenda item number 1.2, classified personnel actions, Transportation Department shuffle results for action, we wish to apologize for the correct an agenda item clerical error. For this reason, we provided at the board member seats and have made available at the back of the room the original and corrected page 6 of the Human Resource Report. Names of affected employees and the amounts listed under action remain the same on both sheets. In the original action, the columns beneath the headings Shuffle 3/17/2022 and Shuffle Results 3/28/2022 were transposed. The numbers in those columns have been reversed on the corrected page. Additionally, the original item listed its effective date of 2/8/2020. That has been corrected to an effective date of 3/28/2022. I move that the board approve the certificated personnel actions as listed and approve classified personnel actions for the Transportation Department shuffle results, page 6, as corrected. Can I get a second?
I do.
Second by Maria. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that'll be the order. Okay. Adopt Resolution 2122 for the State Seal of Civic Engagement.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Christopher, second by Maria. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, that'll be the order.
Good job.
Good job. Okay, J, consent calendar, approved consent list. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees consider approving a number of agenda items on consent list. Consent items are routine. So we have items 1 through 28.
So move.
A motion by Maria, second by
So-
Wilson.
So-
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, that'll be the order. All right, so we don't have any need for second closed session. Nothing reported, no action taken, closing items, anything for the future? Hearing none. Trinae, you have anything further? Board comments, anything further?
Nope.
All right, so we just need to sign some documents. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move, we adjourn.
Second.
All right. Bender, a second. Any opposition? Maria, second.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the order. We are adjourned.
All right.
8:35. Thank you, guys.
Worked out all right.
Yeah.